Hi, everyone. Welcome to our session. Until you get 1 minute to sit around, you can go ahead and scan our QR code because we want to learn from you as well, what our audience is, and maybe you will have the chance to get more about our application. That being said, I think we can start. This is Alexandra Papoutsi. I'm a lawyer. I'm the head of AI and legal transformation services at KBVL, Deloitte Legal Greece. This practically means I lead AI compliance services and I run transformation projects for in-house legal departments. And today with me I have Stefanos Tentolouris.
Hi all, I'm Stefanos Tentolouris, partner and CTO in Deloitte Tax and Legal. Now, thank you for being here today. We're going to explore how we move from chatbots to AI agents in our business context. Because we all use in our daily life, personal and professional, AI for small tasks. But if you are curious about how we can move this to business context, to an end-to-end process, stay tuned. And in the next 10 to 15 minutes, you'll see how you could do it.
Thanks, Stefanos. So I've recently completed 8 years within Deloitte, and I have seen lots of change without the years in how we work and in how we deliver services to our clients. And our top leadership has always been very visionary about technology, but real strategy and bold investment needed to happen to really take us to the next level. And in the past 3 years, within Tax and Legal Greece, we have been silently working on a big project, AskNexus, our AI platform, and we have seen lots of change in how we operate internally. So today, we're going to show you where we are in this journey and how we made it happen with AskNexus. So a short storyline. We started our journey in 2023, just a few months after ChatGPT went public. Version 1, it was then called Tax Litigation Buddy. It was an early AI application which helped users search for information within the documents they uploaded. We then asked our senior lawyers and tax professionals to sit down with us, test how it works, give feedback. It was a very solid start, but we soon realized our users needed something more user-friendly and more flexible solution. So this is how we went to version 2. My bad, you see we keep changing names. Hopefully AskNexus is the last one we change. So version 2 has whatever version 1 had, plus knowledge library and prompt library as the most significant features. We will come back to this. I will show them to you in our demo. So knowledge library, our user groups can store their shared resources, and prompt library, in the same sense, they can share prompts. For example, our GDPR team has its own knowledge management library and its own prompts. So, of course, version 3, AskNexus, which we're going to demo you today. The most important thing it has now is agents. But before we jump into the demo, I want us to see some statistics on how we actually use it, because real return on investment does not come from technology. It comes from actual adoption of technology. So Stephanie, please take us along.
We have reached almost 5,000 daily users now, people that have access and are using daily the platform in 3 countries, Greece, Italy, and Malta. Now, where we expand the platform, We keep the technology in Greece. Why? Because, as known, Greeks are top software developers. But these users, this is only the last month's statistics, and it grows really fast now. More than 100,000 interactions in the platform, more than 30 per person on average, whereas right now in the platform, more than 50,000 documents have been uploaded. So the knowledge databases we have now are enriched with all those documents. So this is the context of the demo you'll see now.
And as Stefanos mentioned, this is an application really made in Greece. The developers are sitting in between you. You have the chance to meet them later on. Without further ado, let's jump into our application. This is the main environment. You can see, this is my personal space. Here you can see it supports several languages. It can support even more. And it pretty much works as a chatbot, so you can drop your questions here. You can also upload an image if you want. And here you have your prompts. So as you will see, we have some Deloitte-wide prompts, the default ones, some team prompts specific to my own user groups. You see I belong to 2 user groups now, and my personal ones. And let's dive into my prompts a bit more. This is my prompt library. You see here I cannot edit or create new default prompts because these are Deloitte-wide. Email creation, productivity assistant. And then I have my own team prompts. And this is where my team systematizes its knowledge. For example, GDPR prompts, you see lots of DORA negotiations. It's that time of the year. And my personal ones, I'm not going to show it to you, but I can create prompts, edit the existing ones if I want to. These are entirely customizable. Here you can see I have my conversation history, so I can go back to older chats. And here I have my knowledge management library. I have my personal folder and subfolders where only I can upload and use this information. And then I have my team groups. So my whole team can upload documents, for example, AI Act expert, or several other use cases we have there. So here we upload, let's say, our contract templates, or playbooks, or memos, all our condensed resources and knowledge. And from here I can upload manually new documents, or I can connect it to any other internal or external database I want to, as we did, for example, with Maltese case law, which was connected online to our platform. And of course, we can also connect it to a SharePoint if we want to. The biggest change we have in AskNexus, as I mentioned before, is agents. I will come back to this feature while solving our problem later on. So if you haven't heard already, agentic AI is a form of autonomous AI, significantly autonomous, which undertakes to resolve some end goals while taking the in-between steps and processes and executing them, while using specific tools in order to resolve multi-step tasks, exactly like the legal use case we're going to show you in a bit. So we have set the stage. Now let's set the problem. The problem we are going to show you today is a share capital increase. And I see some familiar faces, but has any of you done any share capital increase as a lawyer or maybe as an executive, he has instructed their lawyers. Any hands here? Probably you know it's a very lengthy process. And why it's a lengthy process? Because you need to take several legal and admin tasks. There are lots of them. You need to draft at least 5 new legal documents. You have to send emails to the relevant stakeholders. You have to coordinate lots of teams. You have to arrange payment on the tax authorities and the publicity fees, YEMI, them. And in general, you need to complete these 16 steps. So if you didn't know how this works in practice, you can get a flavor. So let's suppose I'm a junior to mid-level lawyer, and I have been tasked with completing a share capital increase. I would normally start with searching for my templates for the legal documents I need to create, or ask for an older colleague of mine to send me theirs. And maybe it would take me 1 business day to complete the task, maybe even more, because at the same time I would be multitasking with sending some urgent emails or attending some calls. Now, let's see how we transform this process into less than 3 minutes with AskNexus. So you saw the platform before, and now, again, I'm a lawyer, in-house lawyer. Let's suppose I work for Deloitte Business Solutions, and I select my prompt. I go ahead to select my agent from the Agent Studio. Here you can see it's my legal corporate agent. My team has created it, so only my team, my group can use it. And let's check some more. You can see these are the instructions on the left we have provided to the agent. That's our secret sauce. That's what my legal transformation team put in place to translate the 16 steps you saw before into directions that the agent can use and act upon. And we have connected the agent with several tools. You can send an email, it can get information from the Greek Business Registry YEMI, and it can also connect to Document Drafter. What is Document Drafter? Opening a parenthesis here, Document Drafter is our internal legal tool for templates automation. So we use this to automate templates for our legal delivery to gain accuracy and consistency. And connecting this tool with AskNexus really takes it to the next level, because if we didn't have this, then the agent would create every single time similar, but not exactly the same legal templates. So by combining this, combining automation and AI, we combine autonomy with accuracy. And that's exactly what our lawyers need now. Of course, we could connect it with any other tool, internal, external, pretty much whatever supports API integration. I have selected GPT-4.1 as my preferred model of choice for this task. After lots of testing, this is the best one we suggest. And that being said, I'm ready to drop my prompt and see the magic happening. Reminder, I'm a lawyer, I work for Deloitte Business Solutions. I want to do a share capital increase, and probably I got this information from my paralegal, my head of legal, the president of the company, whomever, the amount of the increase, the new capital, the dates, etc. You see, I didn't drop my prompt already because I want to explain some things and it's really, really fast. I could have provided more variables. Let's say if I was part of a group of companies, so I should instruct it what's the specific company I'm doing the increase today. Five new documents created on the spot, as we instructed it. General Assembly resolution, amended articles of association, shareholders registry, etc. And we have instructed the agent to let us review and download the documents as a human in the loop safeguard. So let's go ahead and review them really fast. Let's review 2 of them because I trust the agent too much. Dates are okay. Deloitte Business Solutions. That's the old shares. The increase, 2 million. Maybe I don't trust the agent that much, so let's check another one. And remember, I told you we have connected that to our automated template, so it really helps with accuracy every single time. So let's suppose I'm now satisfied. I type yes so that the agent can continue with next steps. And we have instructed the agent to send 3 emails as next steps. This is something I would do as a lawyer as well. First email with the attachments to be signed by stakeholders. I have selected 2 people to receive that. Of course, I can change. Again, we have instructed the agent to get our approval before sending any email. So you can see it's asking me to accept. Second email goes to my accounting department because they need to pay some taxes, fusuku, you know it. And they also need to do the registry and the publicity to YEMI, the business registry. Third email goes to my head of legal with a tasks tracking checklist, and pretty much I'm done here. I can go ahead and, I don't know, drink some coffee with my colleagues or get a promotion maybe because I'm really, really fast. And here we have a final table of what has been completed by the agent. It has sent these emails with these attachments. And then it gives us a final overview of deadlines, responsible persons, etc. And remember, we told the agent to send some emails, so the emails are just dropping on my inbox. Let's check them. You can see the documents are attached. The content, everything is done by the agent. Good notice here, this email was drafted by Gentic AskNexus. Let's check the attachments. And here we can also integrate an approval workflow or a digital signature workflow or whatever we want to. So the new shares are there, 2 million. And yeah, pretty much we're done. I hope you liked the demo, and we have Stefanos here to tell us how AskNexus has really helped us internally.
Thank you, Maria. Now, what you see here is the product, but let me share the internal story of how we got there and made it succeed. We needed 3 basic ingredients. Firstly, we started with real pain points, not with technology. We sat with our teams and asked basic questions, like what slows you down that really should not? And through the conversations came the first use cases. I want to summarize a document. I want to find a document through a huge database. I want to draft a paper or check inputs. This bottom-up approach, all of them are time-consuming, repeatable tasks, the kind of work nobody wakes up excited to do. And yes, this bottom-up approach creates now the feeling to the user that it's made from tax and legal people for tax and legal people, where general GenAI platforms try to please everyone. Our tries only to please one group, professionals who try to get their work done faster. Second is trust. I In our firm, and I believe in yours too, nothing moves without governance. It's tricky, but it's probably a good thing. So from day one, we started with security and confidentiality, with audit trails and a controlled environment. And that created a sense that the user can use their real data and experiment in the platform without creating any risk. This was essential because in a tech tool, freedom is the best feature you can provide. Third, adoption. Now, this is the fun part and the tricky part, because anyone who has tried to introduce a new technology to an organization knows the feeling. You saw something amazing, people say, oh, great, but in their hearts and minds, they're thinking, can I keep doing it the old way? So from start, we started investing heavily on our analytics of usage. Platforms don't succeed because they exist, they succeed because people use them. And like the analytics I presented earlier, we went into depth and detail, tried to identify what worked well, and try to share this story internally. Now, a lot of people, the tide turned when we saw that teams, instead of us pushing the platform, they started pulling for more. And we incentivized our people. The tide turned when early adopters started to share stories internally. I prepared this draft in minutes instead of hours, or I found the information I needed through a huge database of thousands of documents before my coffee went cold. All these news travel faster in an organization than central communication. So where we are now. Today, the platform supports various workflows across multiple service lines, serving thousands of people. And I think that the legal has a very strong potential in it.
And the biggest, usage metrics always.
Yes, of course, because this is not to replace legal judgment or the actual legal work, but it's created to remove the manual steps that get in the way of it. To wrap up, 3 ingredients to make a GenAI platform work in tax and legal. 1, a platform designed specifically for this purpose. 2, strong governance and security. 3, real usage driven by real stories. Now, this is the story of how we made it succeed, and would be excited to build the same story with you. Thank you.
Thanks so much, everyone. We will be happy to keep in touch. We have a QR code here if you want to receive our frequently asked questions PDF guide. I'm not sure if we have time for questions.
Okay, we don't have time for questions.
Okay. Look around you. My colleagues, they wear their Deloitte badge. They can help you with some questions. Other than that, we're considering bringing this to market, so we will be happy to collaborate with you all in the next few months. Thanks so much for your attention.